Alex Eala happy to play her part in PA's growing love for tennis. Manila, Philippines. Tennis is gaining more attention in the Philippines, and Alex Eala is glad to see the sport she loves reaching more Filipinos. Tennis is gaining traction in the Philippines, and Alex Eala is glad to see the sport she loves reaching more Filipinos. I'm so happy with the attention that tennis is getting right now in Manila, because I see so many people, especially on Instagram, picking up rackets and making videos, said Eala in an interview with WTA. I'm so grateful that what I've done has, hopefully, played a part in that. Eala didn't find much success in her most recent outing at the Madrid Open 2 weeks ago, where she bowed out in the round of 64 to Iga Swiatek, but she remains the only Filipino to have won a match in the WTA 1000 tournament. Eala didn't find much success in her most recent outing at the Madrid Open 2 weeks ago, where she bowed out in the round of 64 to Iga Swiatek, but she remains the only Filipino to have won a match in the WTA 1000 tournament. The 18-year-old came just short of reaching the final, falling in the semifinals to Jessica Pegula. Before that, though, Eala had quite the Cinderella run, beating No. 25 Jelena Ostapenko, No. 5 Madison Keys, and No. 2 Swiatek, and earning the respect of tennis fans all around the world. More importantly, she raised the profile of tennis in the Philippines. I'd love to see how tennis can grow into a big sport in the Philippines, she said. Next up for the Filipina tennis ace is the Italian Open starting this Tuesday Manila time. Alex Eala's joy in playing her part in the Philippines' growing love for tennis. Rallying a nation. Alex Eala and the rise of Philippine tennis. Under the blistering tropical sun, the rhythmic sound of a tennis ball striking strings echoes across the court. It's a familiar melody now, one that stirs pride, especially in the hearts of young Filipinos. And at the center of this growing national soundtrack is Alex Eala, a rising star whose smile radiates not just victory, but purpose. At just 19, Alex Eala has already written her name in the history books. But what truly sets her apart is her awareness of the moment she's living through. She's not just playing matches. She's playing a part in something far greater, the awakening of a tennis-loving nation. For decades, tennis in the Philippines was a quiet sport. Passionate, yes, but hidden behind the clamor of basketball courts and boxing rings. There were moments of brilliance, flickers of hope, but they never quite sparked a fire. Until now. I'm just happy to be part of it, Alex often says with humility. But that statement carries weight beyond its words, because Alex isn't just part of the movement. She is its ignition. With each swing of her racket, she's drawing eyes to the court, inspiring children from Manila to Mindanao to pick up rackets, to dream beyond the net. It all began when she was barely tall enough to see over the net. A young girl from Quezon City, driven by passion and backed by a supportive family. Alex honed her craft on courts that often went unnoticed. But her talent was too bright to remain in the shadows. Training in Spain under the prestigious Rafa Nadal Academy, she not only improved her technique, but cultivated a sense of global discipline that would soon propel her to international acclaim. Still, despite training in Europe, Alex's heart beats for the Philippines. Every match she plays, whether in Melbourne, Paris, or New York, carries the whispers of her homeland. The pressure of representing an entire nation could crush many young athletes. But not Alex. Instead, it seems to lift her. The flag on her sleeve isn't a burden. It's a badge of honor. And in turn, Filipinos have begun to watch, really watch, tennis. Not just during her Grand Slam appearances, but year-round. Tennis clubs are filling up. Racket sales have surged. Social media is flooded with clips of her powerful forehands and signature grid. Suddenly, a sport once seen as elite or inaccessible is starting to feel like home. I see more kids now with rackets in their hands, Alex said during a recent interview. And I think, wow, maybe I had something to do with that. She absolutely did. What makes her story so magnetic is not just the trophies. It's the journey. She plays with a kind of fierce joy, the kind that turns heads and captures imaginations. She falls, she fights, she rises again. Every point she plays is a story in motion, of resilience, of culture, of national pride. But Alex knows the work isn't finished. Tennis is still growing in the Philippines, still finding its footing in a landscape crowded with other sports. She understands the power of visibility, of representation. That's why, when she's back home, she takes time to visit local tournaments, speak to aspiring players, and even lend her voice to conversations around sport development. She doesn't see herself as a celebrity, but as a bridge between the Philippines and the international tennis stage, between today's youth and tomorrow's champions. Her impact isn't just measured in match wins, but in the way she lights up a tennis court in the provinces, or how a child mimics her serve on a cracked sidewalk. In these moments, Alex's influence becomes less about her and more about us, a country discovering that tennis might just be a part of its soul after all. Even the government and private sponsors have started to take notice. Investments in tennis facilities, grassroots programs, and youth coaching have increased. The dream of seeing more Filipino names in Grand Slam draws doesn't feel far-fetched anymore. It feels possible, real, tangible. And while the spotlight on Alex continues to grow, she remains grounded. "My goal," she once said, "is to keep doing what I love, to keep improving, and to inspire others to do the same." That goal, simple as it sounds, is powerful. Because when you do what you love with passion, the world can't help but notice. And when you share that love, a nation begins to believe in itself. Alex Eala isn't just a tennis player. She's a movement in motion, a rally cry, a symbol of what happens when talent meets opportunity, and when that opportunity is used to lift others. She might still have years of tennis ahead, more titles to win, more courts to conquer. But even now, her greatest victory might already be in play, awakening the Philippines to a love of tennis that was always there, just waiting for someone to serve the first shot.